This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. They're the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy for you to create your own professional website or online portfolio. I use Squarespace to build the Ice-T, FinalLevel.com and the PBHgear.com websites. Both of them took no longer than 2 hours to make, and they look better than if you paid a web designer. Squarespace makes it easy to cover all of your professional needs, and it looks amazing. All of their plans even include free e-commerce, so I'm able to sell my new shirts on both of my sites for no additional charge and with the utmost ease. Start off with a free trial at squarespace.com with no credit card required. When you're ready to purchase a plan, get 10% off with the offer code ICE. That's SQUARESPACE.com, offer code ICE.
Upon initial contact with Ice-T's music, I had envisioned him to be an ill-mannered and psychologically unstable man with an extremely uneducated and barbaric frame of mind, whose raps displayed nothing but ridiculous jargon, shocking sexual audacity, and repulsive images of the ghetto. However, after further analysis of his music, I can deduce that he is the epitome of anti-disestablishment terrorism, who embodies the entire spectrum of the urban experience and struggle. But to make things more plain and simple to the layman, I find Ice-T to be the dopest, flyest, OG pimp, hustler, gangster player, hardcore motherfucker living today. To be honest, I am totally and completely on his dick.
Welcome to the Ice-T Final Level Podcast, featuring your co-host, Mick Benzo, and your host,
Ice-T.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Final Level Podcast number 7.
Lucky number 7, baby.
You know what? A lot of people have been asking me. I kind of use Twitter as my motivation for things because a lot of people ask me questions. And one of the big things people have been talking to me about is this 99 Problems situation with Jay-Z. Jay-Z put out a record called I Got 99 Problems and the Bitch Ain't One. And then people have just now found out that I made that record back in 93 on the Home Invasion album.
Home Invasion album, 1993.
But there ain't no beef. There's no beef. It's just that he remade a record, which rappers do sometimes. So here's the story of 99 Problems. I was with Brother Marquise from the 2 Live crew, and he was hanging out with me. Me and him were old friends, and one day he just said it. He just looked at me and said, Ice, man, I got 99 problems and the bitch ain't one. I'm like, man, that's a hook right there. I said, we got to make a song. So we went in, and on the Home Invasion album, we made the record, and then he did a verse on it, and this, that's history. Okay, later on, as the story goes from Rick Rubin's mouth, it was just written in the article, Rick was in the studio. Chris Rock, who's a friend of mine and a fan of mine, brought the idea to Rick that Jay-Z should remake
99 Problems.
And a Bitch Ain't One. And they did it, but instead of talking about women like I did, they just talked about having problems. I think Jay-Z's first verse is talking about a dog, a female dog searching the car, which is a bitch.
Right.
So he twisted it like that. But at the end of the day, I made the record. Jay-Z made the record. There is no beef. And I'm going to revisit that song.
You're going to redo 99 Problems.
I'm going to redo it the way Jay-Z did it on the Body Count album. And the new Body Count album, there will be a 2014.
On a Manslaughter album?
Yeah, a 99 Problems.
Wow. On Body Count album.
On the new Body Count.
So we got some rock going on with that?
What the fuck you think Body Count is,
okay,
nigga?
Hey, listen, I'm just asking.
Stop
brother.
playing. So we gonna come back and hit you and give it to you one more time if you didn't get it the first time, because that was 93. That was over 10 years ago. You dig? So that's the story. The thing of it is, me and Jay-Z's cool, no beef, and at the end of the day, he didn't rip the song off. What he did is he got the song. There's publishing. He went to the publisher. He said, I'd like to redo the song, and you pay the publisher. It's all good.
He did the shit right.
He did the shit right.
Bottom line. And that's our nigga, nigga.
So that's that story. But a lot of things from the past are now new, and people get it twisted. They don't understand. They think it's the first time. Like right now, the new thing, girls are talking about twerking. 2 Live crew.
2 Live crew, Brother Marquise.
Yeah, once again, I mean, Twerking is shaking your ass. It's no new name needed. Miley Cyrus did not invent this shit. I mean, maybe what she was doing was new because it didn't look like what the girls in my neighborhood when they leaned over.
Do it like that.
Things start to move.
Yeah,
quaking, clapping. You know, what she was doing an attempted twerk, but twerking is nothing but ass shaking. Molly, we not dissing you. We just saying you need
we're not haters.
We're not haters, but a few more pounds of ass would help out your twerk. Yeah. Okay.
And that's shake what your mama gave you.
Doodoo Brown.
Heard about it. Doodoo Brown.
Doodoo Brown.
That's shake your ass, woman. And that is the real twerk.
All you need is a bottle of vodka and Doodoo Brown, and every girl
and a pack of cigarettes.
Will start to twerk. But anyway, on the podcast today, we have a special guest.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Y'all just don't believe it. Ice-T and Mick Benzo, Final Level Podcast. We got the one and only, the hardest working comedian in show business today. His name is Todd Barry.
Todd's in the house.
Todd? What's going on, guys?
Come on, man. You do better than that shit.
I really thought I invented twerking, but
oh shit! See, how you think you invented that?
I just been shaking my ass.
Just the thought of you, Todd, twerking is funny.
I used to live down in Florida near the 2 Live Crew. You know, they saw me do it and they ripped me off.
Well, we got to get some money. Well, break it down, people. I mean, people, everybody out there. Most of y'all know Todd Barry, but you know, talk to the people.
I don't think any of you know who I am.
Todd, you just came up that crowd.
Yeah, I just have
a
new special out called the Crowd Work Tour, where I went on 7-city tour, and I didn't do my act at all. But and Louis C.K. paid for the whole trip and bankrolled it and put it on his site.
Well, when I saw you wasn't taking no planes, you were doing a lot of riding in cars.
I did a little riding, and then I did a show in Alaska, so I did take a plane from Alaska. But
what is a show like in Alaska?
It's have you ever done a show in Alaska?
No, I don't go to the cold. I'm black.
Yeah. They're very appreciative. Like even if the show's not good, they're like, "Thank you so much for coming up here." They can't believe that you made the trip.
So what else is going on in Todd Barry's life right now?
Let's say I took the bus here.
Oh shit! You ain't got no car?
I don't have a car. No, I'm looking at New York right now. This is nice over here. But it was just fun to tell people text someone, "Hey, I'm on a bus going to Ice-T's house." I'm seriously on a bus going to Ice-T's house. But I don't know what else going on with me.
Now, y'all know I got 99 problems, and as of recently, a stamp ain't one of them. I used to hate going to the post office and wasting 30 minutes just to mail a single package. With all of those trips we make, our time just adds up. That's why we as Americans spend over 37 billion hours a year just waiting in lines. Now, y'all know my motto: keep the drama at a minimum and the cash flow at a maximum. That's why I use Stamps.com. Believe me, this is a much quicker and more pleasurable experience than waiting in anybody's line. Anything you can get done at a post office is possible to do from the comfort of your own home with Stamps.com. This includes buying and printing official U.S. postage for any letter or package whenever you want. Just by listening to this podcast and using the promo code ICE, you can get a special no-risk trial. This includes a $110 free bonus offer with a free digital scale and up to $55 of free postage. Free. Now that's the business. Before you do anything, sign up by going to Stamps.com and click on the microphone at the top of the homepage. Then type in ICE. That's Stamps.com, promo code ICE. I want to give a big thanks to Stamps.com for supporting the podcast. Please support them since they're supporting us. I got 99 problems, but a stamp ain't one of them. Right now, you're listening to Final Level Podcast, and this is news. Where's the plane?
See, the thing about that, Ice, they keep telling us they finding fragments of things, and I really don't believe they finding anything that leads to that plane.
I heard that the Malaysian Airlines just sent text messages out to people saying that we decided everybody's dead.
Yeah, that's one time you have to call someone.
Yeah.
No, you definitely should have got a phone call, not a text, because hypothetically, how about if I didn't make that plane? and you telling my family I'm dead. And
That's a good point, yeah.
I just happen to be over my girlfriend's house or something. You know what I mean?
but Todd is right. Sometimes people want to vent, people want to grieve. They don't want to get a text. But, hey.
Those would be rough phone calls, though. I mean, they wouldn't be like, hey, here's
you
some
still
news.
have to make the call.
Yeah,
though,
they
sir.
should definitely do it, though.
It
Yeah.
should be made.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's rough to know
right.
that 250-something people are missing on your Malaysian airplane, too.
Let's hopefully they'll find the planes, at least give somebody some answers. 250 people missing straight out of the air. That's crazy.
It's a lot.
And that was news. Yo, this is a new segment. It's called Ask a Geek, Ask a Nerd with the homie Jon Daly. He was on Amazon's original series, Betas. He's the man on the street. He's going to keep us all up on the geek and the nerd world that is taking over. Right now, I think John is in front of Ralph's Supermarket some goddamn where. What's going on, John?
Yo, what's up, Ice? What's up, mate?
What's
How you
up
guys
there?
doing?
We got Todd Barry over here, too, baby.
He said he's a friend of yours.
You're one of my favorite comics, Todd Barry.
Oh, thank you, John.
Todd caught the bus over here. He don't give a fuck.
No, man, I'm not trying to, mess around with Todd Barry. I'm in a Ralph's parking lot in Montrose right now. I'm trying to keep it real.
You can't get realer than Ralph's, man. Well, they told me that they told us, Todd, they told us, John, that you were going to give us some lessons, some information on geekism, man, and nerdism. What you going to teach me?
Nerd culture's exploding, first of all. I mean, I think Todd can attest to this. Like, this nerd shit is like, it's going to be, you get into this stuff, there's so many fans upon fans, it's an echo chamber of profit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the first thing I was going to discuss are these new, there's just some people out there, Zieme Comic-Con, Comic-Con in San Diego and New York, and, they kind of come to my attention. These furries, furries?
Yeah, I've seen it on television. I've seen it on, I think Taboo, where they got the people to dress up in fur suits and fuck.
Yeah, man, and, so, like, I've definitely encountered some of these people over the years, Comic-Con is, as far as I know, like, really where they let their freak flag fly, and it's they dress in full costume. These people are dressing up from anything from, like, a fully anthropomorphic, like, sexy wolf, that kind of looks like a real wolf or whatever, like, but with, like, she walking like a human, or, like, literally, like, there's some people that dress up like the Philly Fanatic, or whatever, like Barney the Purple Dinosaur, and, like, it's definitely a sex fetish.
I got a question, though. I got a question. I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Has any of this furry stuff been filmed? Is there, like, furry porn out yet?
If there's not furry porn, I would be blown away, Ice, because it's just like there's all kinds of porn. If you press furry porn into the internet, I would be afraid of what's going to come up. Because it's going to be Mr. Matt. It's going to be Mr. Matt, and he's going to be getting blown, dude. It's going to be real weird.
Have you ever been to one of them, John? You've been to one, right?
Yeah, John.
Been to what?
One of the furries,
but I think what Mickey's asking is, have you ever involved yourself in this? Do you have a rabbit suit in your trunk?
Listen, man, I like regular sex, vanilla sex like the next guy. Got a couple weird things I like. But once in a while, once a year on my birthday, I do dress up as Dumbo the Bunny and go. Because, no matter what animal you dress up as, your dick is still human. This is the most kind of fucking disturbing part of the whole thing. But, I think if you talk to a furry, they say it's not all about sex. It's definitely a lifestyle. It's an identification. And I got to say, the furries I've met over the years, I've never had sex with them, but they have been some of the nicest people. You got to be nice. Let's face it. If you're going to have that going on in your life, and that's going to be how you identify yourself, you got to be as nice as possible.
You know what? John, I don't diss anybody on my podcast, and you know I did something dealing with Dungeons and Dragons, and I got a lot of new fans from the Dungeons and Dragons world. So I'm here to embrace all the furry people. You know, dress up as whatever, a cow, whatever, a bird, whatever you need to do to get your rocks off. I'm 100% with it. You know, so peace to all the furries out there. Do your thing. What else is going on in the geek nerd world?
I'm looking at the 3D printing. I think it's the future. There's going to be there's so much to advance in it. There's so, you know, Obama's behind it. It's the new. It's really like, it feels like maybe Apple did like in the early 80s. You know, it's like really booming. Honda is releasing like a 3D printed car. They're putting out a 3D printed concept car. You know. And you can snap it together. Like I don't know if I'd want to be in a snap together plastic car, but you know, maybe in a parking lot, like wave at some people or whatever. But that's about it, you know. And so, of course, I'd be scared to be in that car. But they're also, if you know, on YouTube, man, this is endless. The 3D printing guns. This is like endless YouTubes of this. There's real 3D printing gun advocates. And there's a lot of government interference, like getting into 3D printing now, you know, because it can hurt capitalism.
But check this out. Check this out. I got an idea, though. Say, for instance, you know, you and your girl got a 3D printer. Can she sit on the printer and send me a 3D copy of her pussy, and I send her, I 3D my dick to her?
Listen, man, once Obama puts this money behind it, pretty soon you're going to be standing in a room that is all laser mapping, and it's going to map out your whole body. Or maybe you just put a box on your dick and it laser maps your dick and balls. Listen, I don't know what you're into, man. But then it's going to make a 3D blueprint of that, whatever you want, your hand, your dick, whatever, and it's going to bust it out, and you can make it whatever color you want and as big as you want. So there you go. It's going to change set.
It'll change sitting on the copying machine into a whole nother level, right?
Yeah, man. It's going to make Christmas parties fun in 3D, dude. It's going to be...
John, how much do one of these printers cost? I've never spent more than $59 on a printer. I don't know if I could do this.
No, man. These printers, Todd, I know you're joking around, but these printers are really expensive right now. It's like the forefront of technology. It's like what computers were back in the 80s, you know, like kind of like super, like bigger, clunkier, more expensive. It's kind of in its infancy. The same thing, like you wouldn't want to drive a 3D printed car. Like, I can't believe these people are shooting 3D printed guns. I mean, listen, unless you devote your whole life to the science of 3D printing a gun, and then, like, you know what's going on, I guess, but, like, it's basically like putting hollow points in a squirt gun, you know, like, these guns shoot, like, 9 or 10 times, some of them, and then they just explode, like, it's a real dangerous time for 3D printed guns, but there are definitely some people who are extremely into it.
Man, so Ned, well, you know what I got from you, John? I learned about furries, and I learned about 3D printing today in our Ask a Geek, Ask a Nerd segment, and I think I just feel like I'm more prepared to deal with the world right now.
We can conquer 3D printing together, and you know, I'm glad I can help you reach out to the furry community as well.
Yeah, tell the furry community I'm game. I don't know what fursuit I want to wear. Maybe some mink shorts or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just be like, I'll be some kind of minotaur or some bullshit.
Man, I want to catch one. I want to catch one of the parties, John. I got to go to one of the parties, man. I'll wear the Mickey Mouse suit, man.
Oh yeah,
fuck it.
I'll hit you up next time I go to one. We'll wear mink shorts, minotaurs, us three. You can be whatever you need to be, Todd. You should just go. You should just come with us.
Hey, if you go in Ralph's, make sure you get some Frosted Flakes and some milk, maybe, so you can have some cereal tonight.
Feel like Tony the Tiger, goddammit.
Take care, Jon Daly. Thank you very much.
See you, John.
All right. Peace.
Hey, what's up? This is Ice-T, and this is games. I got my TV fixed. My TV's back on. HDMI cooking.
So you didn't buy a new TV, you tell
No,
me?
I didn't buy no new TV.
That looked like the same TV, but it could be new.
No, I ain't bought no new TV. My TV is crisp. Getting a new, they hooked up my receiver. They got an adapter, and I'm finally online, and I'm playing Titanfall. Now, that's the new game all y'all gamers out there know, and everybody wants to know my theory on Titanfall. Now, if you compare Titanfall to, like, Call of Duty Ghosts or any of the other games, the difference with Titanfall is it's just kind of crazier. It's kind of like hard to set up teams. It's just bananas. Then the next thing is that it's only online. Like, there's no... If you ain't online, you fucked again. If you get ready to play that game and you ain't online, there is no campaign that you can play the game. You have to be online. I'm deeper into this geek shit than you believe. But anyway, the game is cool. But I don't even know right now yet. You can invite your friends, but can you create a clan and your teams? And it's different. Right now, I'm just running around wild on the game, jumping in and out of these motherfucking robots. It's kind of dope. Titanfall, to me, I give it, as far as looks and visual content, it's like a 9. It's crazy. It's wild.
You telling me that Titan beats Ghost look?
No, I'll give it on the playability. I give it like a 7.
Oh shit!
I'll give it a 7 because it's so mad, it's so crazy and stuff, and that's maybe because I just haven't gotten really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Titanfall's kind of like crossing Ghosts because it's got domination with Halo because the guys kind of can fly with something like Mech Warrior. So all three of those games kind of put together, you can run across walls and stuff, but it's just really, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not good, but it just has a different learning curve, and that was games.
Oh shit!
I'm not buying that game.
Oh shit!
Based on that review.
Okay,
it's a good game.
Yo, this segment is called "I'm Not a Hater, but I Hate Shit." You know what I hate, Mick?
What is it that the iceberg can hate?
I hate internet trolls.
Oh.
I hate people that just get on the internet, on your Twitter, on your YouTube channel. You got a YouTube channel,
I got
right?
YouTube, I got a Twitter.
What's your YouTube channel, Ty?
Todd Barry Videos, I think.
That's right.
What's your
Twitter is just Todd Barry, TODDBARRY.
Okay. Now, do you ever have people that just come on there just specifically to talk shit to you?
Yeah, and you always got to make that decision of like, do I write back? I always think it's better to pretend you didn't see it.
So it's a cyber bully?
Yeah, just...
No. You got bullies. Cyber bullies are different than trolls.
Okay.
A troll is someone who, like, say, for instance, we got a conversation going on the net. Mm-hmm. They're just going to come in and say something totally different just to cause confusion. And they get off. They jack off to people coming back after them and telling them they assholes. Like in the middle of my Twitter feed, somebody come on, Ice-T, you're a piece of shit.
Oh.
Now, they're trolling. They're trying to get us to attack and say something about them. But these people live very pathetic lives. They're usually in somebody's basement.
You respond to them?
Sometimes I air them out. Sometimes what I do is I retweet the trolling.
Oh, and then other people get it.
Because my final level, my Twitter feed is called the Final Level Twitter Gang. So I've militarized my Twitter feed.
Wait a minute, you in a gang.
I've militarized my Twitter feed. If you come on my Twitter feed talking crazy, you finna get aired out by 40-year-old women. They ain't having it.
Todd,
I love Ice-T. You shut up, you asshole.
Dude, Todd,
eat a dick.
Todd, you get trolls on yours?
Yeah, I get trolls on mine. There's just people. If you're trying to be funny, there's always gonna be someone who doesn't think you're funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of my quotes was, "What's a safe distance to talk shit to somebody that you know would punch you in the face?" The internet. It's a great place just to go off and that leads us into cyberbullying, Mickey, where, kids are getting on the internet and they're just going in on other kids and people and really ruining their lives.
So you saying the fellas are more bullies on the internet, you think?
No, actually, the statistics show that girls are the biggest bullies on the internet. Now, I think this mostly happens, I found out even when I got married, my wife, the way women go in on women is crazy. Little boy, you bully a boy. The little boy says, "Look, man, meet me in the parking lot, man." All that old internet shit. Little girls,
3 o'clock. Remember those days, Todd?
Yeah, I never said that.
They ever told you that?
I was like, I'm going to avoid the parking lot at 3 o'clock. Yeah.
3 o'clock.
Todd was in the cut. He like, I'm not causing no problems.
Yeah.
I don't want no problems.
Exactly.
I'm picking up Mr. Barry's vibe.
Yeah.
He's not the kind of guy. You know, it's the guys that really don't want to be in the parking lot, but they want to talk mess. That are the ones that are trolling. They're in the little hole and they're saying things to people that they really don't want to fuck with. Every bully usually meets his match. And, you know, it's unfortunate that they're out there, but, you know, like even when they end up in jail, it's easy to find out who are the bullies and who's really the tough guys.
But you fake-ass trolls, ease back off of the goddamn internet.
Dumb Fuck Award goes to internet trolls and cyber bullies and real life bullies.
So we give away awards too, Todd. Yeah. You see the awards we give away?
I want all bullies to meet me in the parking lot at 3 p.m.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have an AK-47.
I'm not going to tell you which parking lot, though.
Exactly. And lay these motherfuckers down, you know what I'm saying? Because I hate trolls, and I just hate basic bullies as a whole. You know, that shit is corny. You know, like we say, pick on somebody your own size.
Oh,
you dig?
Meet me in the parking lot.
Yeah.
3 o'clock.
All that old bullshit. Don't hide behind a keyboard.
Iceberg says he's not a hater, but he damn sure hates shit.
I hate a lot of shit.
Now, you know, the first thing a troll picks apart an artist for is their site. Nobody needs a troll telling you that your podcast website is so ghetto it looks like it belongs to Blog Talk Radio. That's why I use Squarespace. Not a designer? No problem. Squarespace has tons of dope built-in templates for you to choose from so your website can look great. Their drag and drop platform is also incredibly easy and fun to use. Need a website where you can sell your merchandise? No problem. You can even build an online store with Squarespace to sell your shirts like I do on pbhgear.com and on Ice-T-FinalLevel.com. Squarespace plans start at only $8 a month and come with a free domain name when you sign up for a year. $8 a month. If you want to take the first step in true troll prevention, get a dope website, a Squarespace website. For a free trial with no credit card required, just go to squarespace.com. When you're blown away and ready to confirm a plan, use the offer code ICE to get 10% off. You'll be getting a great deal and supporting the podcast, helping to keep it free for you. That's SQUARESPACE.com. Offer code ICE. Thanks again to our dope sponsor. Please support them since they're supporting us. Hey, yo, this is Ice-T Final Level Podcast number 7. Let's do sports. Mickey.
Yeah, holler at me.
Help me out with this Deshaun Jackson situation. Now that they put him off the Eagles because they say he's in a gang or he's connected to gangs. That don't even make sense.
You know what it is, Iceberg? The point about
Break it down.
The Philadelphia Eagles figured out that most of their players are coming back are very, very healthy this year.
Okay.
Right? So for them to say that he would be their number one running back, that means you have to get him the ball a lot in the game. And, you know, he scored some good numbers, too. Check his stats out.
Okay.
So what they did was say, you know what, let's come up with an excuse to get rid of him. You mean to tell me he's been on your team for this long? Not even last year you didn't realize he was with gangs? You just noticed.
But how much gangs can you be with when you in the NFL? You're in gangs when you 18, 22 in the streets. This man is playing professional football.
He ain't doing no drive-bys. It's an excuse for them because they know he would be their number one man that they would have to go to.
That it's breaching his contract
exactly,
that way.
And they just gave him a bunch of money. They gave him a bunch of money
They're trying to breach the contract and get out of paying that money.
That's what it is, man.
Because he was in a gang?
Nah, he's not in the gang.
Or he was in a gang.
See, basically, he hangs out with people. He gives them free tickets. They come to the show. All of a sudden, he's been in the gang. He's been playing for you for over 2 years and change. You just found out that he's in the gang. Guess what, though? The New York Jets got a real quarterback.
Michael Vick.
Mr. Motherfucking Michael Vick himself is going to be playing in New York City. He's going to be wearing green. At least it ain't orange.
Oh, so we just got finished talking about the Eagles.
Right.
Now we
He's
got
here.
an eagle over here.
He's here, baby.
Michael Vick.
That's Mike, baby. And he's going to do a hell of a good job for
And
y'all.
he's an incredible quarterback.
Jets, y'all are going to be looking real good with a stand-up guy like Michael Vick who's not afraid to run, not afraid to pass, and don't mind getting hit. Michael Vick, just stay healthy, and your Jets could possibly go all the way this year. Michael Vick's in the building.
I respect the hell out of Michael Vick. So we got nothing but love for Michael Vick over here at the Final Level Podcast. You know, everybody out here talking this and that. Leave the man alone. You know, he paid for whatever they said he did.
Right.
And now he moves on to his next level. Ain't nobody out there ain't made no mistakes. So let's keep it moving. Now, let's throw some touchdowns for the Jets and get New York on your
Eagles,
side.
get your goddamn priority right. You know the boy plays real good football for y'all. Y'all just mad that most of your team players are coming back healthy and you don't want him to be the number one man now.
Todd.
Because you ain't going to get the ball. What you think about this
Todd,
shit, Todd?
you in any sport?
I was gonna say, I was gonna try to fake my way into this conversation.
You don't have to fake. I mean, it's all
So I just
good.
kept nodding, which isn't really good on a podcast. yeah, I hear you. But I'll bring that up, and it'll make me look like a tough guy. I'll start talking to guys. Hey, what do you think of Vick coming to Jets? Huh?
Yo, Todd Barry, and that was sports. Hey, yo, this is Ice-T and Mick Benzo on the Final Level Podcast. This segment is TV and movies.
So we got Todd Barry in the house right now on this podcast. This number
Big
7,
movie star.
too.
Big movie star.
And I know one thing about you. You played in a lot of shit, Todd.
Yeah, I've played in a lot of shit.
You played in a lot of shit.
In every way, you mean that. But yeah, I was in The Wrestler.
Okay.
I was in
love
Pootie
that.
Tang.
Pootie
Yeah,
Tang.
yeah.
Oh, my God. That's
I know. You would have had me on the first episode if you knew that, right?
Pootie Tang was a classic.
Yeah, I was the guy in the car with the old man, and we pulled up to Wanda Sykes, and she said, just because I look like a hooker or standing on the corner like a hooker, that doesn't mean I'm a hooker. Something like that.
Something like that.
You did Road Trip too, right?
I was in Road Trip. I was a security guard at the end, but I was in The Wrestler, and I was Mickey Rourke's boss at the grocery store.
And Mickey Rourke was incredible in that movie.
Yeah, he was.
Well, that's crazy now. See, Todd, I didn't know that. Now I got to go watch the movies again. Then I'm going to recognize you. I'm going to go, there go Todd right there. He was sitting in my house
I was gonna say,
drinking my water.
This guy took a New Jersey Transit bus to see me.
Yeah, so we on this segment, we talk about movies. We talk about television. You know, one of the shows I've been recently into is this thing called Friday Night Tykes. And it's where little kids from 5, I think, to 11 years old are playing football.
They're playing full contact.
Full contact, and it started off with a lot of controversy because a lot of parents are, they're treating the kids too rough and all this kind of stuff. And it's a really good show. You got coaches in there trying to teach these little boys not only how to play football, but how to be, young men and discipline. And it's as a boy, there's a rite of passage, and if you don't get a little bit of toughening up.
Well, I tell you what Mick Benzo like. I like watching Naked and Afraid. I say all these tough guys. No, all these tough guys.
Have you heard of that, Todd?
No, I haven't.
Todd, it's where they take these people and drop them off into a desert.
Two people.
And they buck ass naked. And they give them one thing to work with, like a knife or a spoon or a fork, and then you gotta hunt for everything else. But they're naked.
So you run around naked with a spoon?
Hey, look, if that's what they choose, they want a knife so they can find some shit to cut up or whatever. They only give you one object to work with.
Mickey would like some dumbass shit like this.
Naked and Afraid.
Naked and
throw
Afraid
them in there.
Is the dumbest show probably ever put on television. First off, if you ended up stranded, how the fuck did you end up naked? What happened? You fell out of the plane and your clothes flew off?
They took all their clothes.
Yeah, you think you'd ask for clothes if you're not a spoon or something.
Or some shoes, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, I was watching one and the lady says, you know what? Y'all need to check it out though. Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid is dumb. They end up with all kind of bumps and bees and shit.
Oh yeah, one person said he got bit like 700 times on his toe late at night. The mosquitoes come and tear your ass up.
Mickey, you just like the show because it's naked. That's probably why you.
They don't show them. How do they show them naked? Do they just?
They show them like they blot it out. Come on, Todd. Yeah, Todd.
I'm savvy. I know what's going on.
This is not Playboy Channel.
That's why you tuned in, nigga. The first thing they do is try to cover up their little dick or they motherfucking titties or whatever, But then it's just torture. It's like you watch that show if you want to see people in agony. And guess what they win?
I don't know what the fuck
They don't win
care.
shit.
They win
There's
clothes.
They become famous.
They get their clothes back.
They become famous as being dumb fucks. Listen, at least on Survivor, there's $1 million. Survivor,
Yeah, they can win something.
Naked and Afraid, you don't win shit.
Naked and Afraid, baby.
You don't.
So, but
you got to be the dumbest motherfucker.
So your shit is El Rey. What's up with El Rey Network?
El Rey Network is the new Rodriguez's network. My man who directed El Mariachi, Quentin Tarantino's boy. The whole network ain't nothing but karate movies, black exploitation, wild stuff. They actually got a series called From Dusk Till Dawn.
They should put Naked and Afraid on there then.
He's a dumb fuck. This shit is gangster. El Rey Network. If you get it on your cable, get that shit. They got. I mean, they showing Reservoir Dogs. They showing all the good movies. I just watched 5 Element Ninjas the other night. They got the gold kid with golden arms. My man, you guy took his name from that. Do you watch karate movies, Todd?
I saw Kung Fu Hustle. I know that's not karate.
Kinda. It was a spoof on karate movies, but the real karate movies got the subtitles or the real bad overdubbing. Well, you know, I like the Shaolin style. Oh,
Right, you bastard. You'll pay for that tomorrow.
oh, the Venom Paw. You learned that from my teacher. So me and Mickey lost you. Mickey, you got the other voice.
Right, you bastard. You'll pay for this. Todd, you owe me. And this is on El Rey Network. See, he's watching karate movies.
Mickey got the voices. We both got the voices. That's the one guy that goes, oh, you used the hidden dragon technique. And the other guy goes, how you go?
Bastard, you're right. You should have seen it coming.
Okay. El Rey Network. Tune in and you'll be talking like me and Mickey. And that was Ice-T and Mick Benzo.
And Todd Barry
on TV
and movies.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Okay, this segment is called Behind the Scenes of SVU. Everybody wants to know what's going to happen with SVU, and I'm here to give you some little insight of what's about to happen before it happens. That's one of the benefits of listening to the Final Level podcast. Well, guess what? Lewis is back.
You talking about the guy that was messing with Marissa?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
The one that had her tied up?
Had her tied up.
The one that she hit him in the head, and he said that she was bullying him?
Yeah.
No way.
She beat that ass.
He's not back on the
She
set.
beat that ass. Well, if you remember in the last episode he was on, when he was leaving, he was on the gurney, and he looked up.
Right.
See? So he's back on his Michael Myers Jason thing. And he pops back up. It's not the episode that'll be showing tomorrow. You guys will be listening to this on Tuesday. It's the next episode.
Following week.
He shows back up in the game after Mariska
this is
again.
Real nice.
And this time, they basically have a real showdown. And I can't give too much away, but he's back.
Just tune in. I guarantee you won't be mad.
As far as the state of mentality going on in the squad room, Mariska's still bugging out. This just sends her a little bit more over the edge, dealing with this clown again. Danny still in his state, worrying about everybody's business, all up in Kelly's Kool-Aid, worrying what the hell she's doing. Kelly, she claims she's finished drinking and gambling, but we don't know. And of course, yours truly, Finn, Ice-T.
Still sane? You still sane?
The black man in the building. I'm not tripping. I'm not drinking. I ain't gambling. I am just doing my motherfucking job, trying to keep a motherfucking paycheck. I am not fucking up my job in real life or on motherfucking television. I am solid as a rock. God damn it. So you just count on Finn to pull this whole squad together.
Damn. Behind the scenes of SVU.
But behind the scenes of SVU.
Up in someone's Kool-Aid.
Hey, just so happened that one of my neighbors came over because he's shooting a documentary. Y'all might know him. Hip hop heads might know him. He goes by the name of Lil Daddy Shane.
That's Big Daddy Kane, brother there.
Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah,
baby.
brother. And he's in the building. He came over here today because he's shooting me in a documentary. Why don't you build on it, Shane?
Oh, the documentary is about the Juice Crew All-Stars, which the members are Mr. Magic, producer Marley Marl, Roxanne Shante, MC Shan with the Bridge Wars with KRS-One and BDP, if you're familiar with MC Shan, Craig G, Master Ace, Big Daddy Kane, and Biz Markie.
Could you rap one in there?
Excuse me, Cool G Rap and DJ Polo. Let me not forget the
Ooh,
most.
not the Cool G.
Yeah, let me not forget the legend.
Now, you doing a documentary, you know I did a documentary, so I know what you're going through.
That's why I need everything, the game.
But I know what you're going through production-wise. How has this been, this journey?
It's been great, and then at the same time it's been terrible because I'm dealing with personalities and time schedules, and it's kind of like, chasing a lot of people. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, I hit Ice. Ice is like, we can do it then. I'm here. We're about to do it. I hit somebody that's way less busier than Ice with way less money, everything. And they're like, oh, Shane, we could, I'll get around. I could probably fit you in. You know what? Let me hit you next month. Like, really? Like,
right.
So
one thing people don't understand, though, with a documentary, you're asking for a favor.
Right, absolutely.
Like in the art of rap, nobody got paid to be in that movie. That movie was shot with a very low budget. I had to call my homies up. I had to ask them for the time.
Right.
At the end of the day, I told them if the movie makes money, I'm going to split the money, favorite nation. We have a percentage that'll go to them. But right now, I mean, I hate to say it, but as much as people have seen the art of rap, all that money is used back in promotion, and it's very difficult to make money on a small indie.
Right.
It's a labor of love, so all I could do with the people in the art of rap was promise them a good look.
Right.
Like, yo, you're going to be glad you were in the movie, and this is history.
Right, absolutely.
And that's what you're doing.
Absolutely. The same. That's why I said I need the game. I need everything. I need you to spill that into me while I'm here.
Well, it's Mickey helped me do it, and we would try to get people together. The problem was I had a camera crew that was from London.
Ooh.
And to try to get myself from work, get the artists in one place, and then triangulate all that was very difficult. Like, for you to get me, all you got to do is come across the street, and it took 3 weeks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, to get all them together, and Mickey was on the phone trying to get people, and people would move. Or like, even when we went to get Dr. Dre, we were in L.A., so Dr. Dre's like, okay, Ice, I'm at you at 12. Then 1 o'clock, I gotta cancel. I gotta do something with my kids. Can we do it tomorrow?
Wow.
So we had to go like, okay, well, Be Real's on the line. Let's go get Be Real. We had to keep like 5 balls in the air.
Right.
And to get people, and we would just roll on them. And like when you saw Q-Tip, we just rolled on him and just jumped out on the street and just shot him right there.
Right.
So I know what you're going through.
Yeah.
But it's all love.
Usually
do you have a name for the documentary?
I really don't know, but I'm thinking of just calling it the Juice Crew story.
I think you should call it. I mean, right off the top, it's the Juice Crew All-Star
Story. It should
be
the Juice Crew. That's exactly what it is, Lil Daddy Shane.
Well, I need no more
That's what
input.
it should be. Also, like when I went to the master ceremony,
agree with him also.
When I saw the master ceremony, I saw Coogee Rap, Polo, Master Ace, Craig G, Big Daddy Kane, Biz Markie.
Right.
So with Marley Marl.
Right.
They doing the
Marley
thing
was in our movie.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm saying on the master ceremony, he had the whole team almost on that little
Right.
I call it tour date. On that little date, it should be no other than the Juice Crew All-Star.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's where they from. They from, Queens. You know what I mean? This is where it started with the Fly Tie, the Cold Chillin', blah, blah, blah. But the team was dope together. Roxanne Shante.
Yeah.
I was the closest with his brother, though. Me and Kane were on Warner Brothers together at the same time. We kind of like, we didn't know, we knew each other. I respected the shit out of Kane, but we were coming from 2 different places. But then we had a similarity. And when we went out on a promotional tour, I remember Fly Tie had kind of got in Kane's ear, was like, Ice could talk real good and this, that, and the third. And, like, I don't know what he was trying to do. Like, and I took to Kane, I said, look, we can only win from this. You know, if we go out and we not friends, it's going to hurt us because, you know, my friends, I got fans, you got fans, but if they show us, if we show that unity, some of my fans might like you. Absolutely. Some of your fans might like me.
Right.
And Kane was like, yo, I have it no other way. And, you know, we went out there and, you know, it was funny because we would do in-stores and, you know, at that time, well, who's going to go on last? You know, and then I would just go on first. I would just go out there first and get my thing. But the funny thing was after my show, a lot of the people wanted to still get my autograph and they would leave. So Kane figured out, oh, see, you want to go first, but then you snatching the crowd a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So now he's going on first. So we learned from each other that it didn't really matter who went on first. It wasn't about that. It was just like, let's get over all that. Who's better? Who's this? Each of us both had our own fan base. And together, we had a bigger fan base. And I had one story, I'm going to say it in your thing, where when it was all said and done, what's the album with Kane had where he was sitting on the throne with the girls?
That's the first one, Long Live the Kane.
Long Live the Kane. And when Kane did that, back in the day, you got your special thanks. Right? And the special thanks is very important in them days. We used to always care about him. Mm-hmm. Kane gave me the first special thanks on that whole album. Wow. Before all the Juice Crew,
West Coast play.
And that meant so much to me because he was like obviously he was saying thank you, you know, because a lot of game had been exchanged. Right. But I remember Kane would go into the restaurants and I can't eat on this if y'all cook pork on it like that. And I used to fuck with him. I'm like, come on, God, come on, man, have some of this ham sandwich. Because at the same time, we had to, my thing was like, you know, I'm dealing with the guys, the 5%ers and all that, but I'm still me. And what happens is people respect that, you know, like, okay, Ice is crazy. This is how we are. But just because you don't totally agree with everybody, it takes something bigger than that for you not to be able to be a friend to somebody.
Right.
It's also fun to have friends that you don't agree with. You know?
Absolutely.
It's just boring if everyone agrees with all
the same thing out at Chicago, Illinois, at Minister Louis Farrakhan's house.
Yeah, I went to Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's house, and I was sitting there and, you know, I'm with the Minister Farrakhan. He's at the time telling us about, you know, a cop killer was going down, and he had myself, Sister Soldier, Ice Cube, and Chuck D there.
Oh, wow.
And he was basically telling us, you know, he gave me a good game. He said, if you stand in the middle of the street, expect to get hit by a car. Which basically means if you come out and make a record called Cop Killer, don't get mad if the cops get mad. Mean, you didn't say that subliminally. You went right at him.
Right.
So be prepared for impact.
Right. Absolutely.
My dumb ass, you know, I'm like, freedom of speech. No. Like I say, you can't say, I just fucked your sister, free speech to your girl. No. True. You freedom of speech, but watch what you say. Prepare for impact. So at the end of the day, I learned, and when we was at Farrakhan's, you know, he was talking, and at one point he said, you know, next minute, you know, he said something about making love songs to white girls and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I already done that. And then he just laughed. He said, Ice-T, he said, and something else, they were talking about eating pork and something like that. I said, man, I love the nation, but I can't give up my bacon, right? So
now this is in Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah, but Mr. Farrakhan looked at me and he said to me straight up, he said, Ice-T, he said, eagles walk alone. They fly alone. And he said, you know, you're either very crazy or very powerful. I believe you're powerful. He said, it doesn't matter if you are part of the nation. He said, we're all spokes on the wheel and we aiming at the same thing, which is uplifting people. And we all are coming from different angles, but we're all ending up at the same place. You dig? Heavy. So, meaning, if I was part of the nation, a lot of my tactics I could not use.
Right.
You dig? So it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you righteous. You're not trying to push nothing. You pushing righteousness.
Right.
And I don't care how you get to it, what path you use. We're all ending up at the same place.
Right.
And that was a jewel. But, you know, Kane knew me for that. He just knew Ice is just crazy. Ice is going to say what he says. We were watching Dolomite movies and talking that, you know, and now, you know, Dark Gable was just, you know, that smooth cat. But I always was totally in awe of Kane's wordplay, you know, because I was a different type of a rapper. I would like, you know, I said, no matter what you do, although you rhyme quicker, no matter what you do, I always lace mine thicker. All of us have different tastes. Now, have you ever had, back to you, have you ever done shows where people just didn't get you?
Oh, yeah, and I have more of those scheduled.
Todd Barry, you're
Todd
a
Barry.
mess. He says I have more of those
I
scheduled.
have more of those scheduled. Where you just tell your best joke and it's like...
Yeah, I mean, that can happen anytime. It's just kind of, but as you do it and you get better, or you kind of get better at dealing with turning it around, but sometimes you can't turn it around.
Can I say something? On my reality show, Ice Loves Coco, she decided I was going to do stand-up comedy. I don't never see this episode. I hope you never see it. But she donated me to her charity. She works with Long Island Bulldog Rescue. So she says, hey, here's an idea. Let's have a comedy show. And Ice will do stand-up. It was the most terrifying thing I think I've done since I've been Ice-T. Because I'm comfortable here. I'm comfortable rapping. I'm comfortable acting now. But I'm not. Stand-up is crazy. You're standing in front of all these people and they're like, you better be funny.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do say that. Like, a lot of musicians say that, too, because I think a lot of them are like, wow, I can be on stage, but I can turn my amp up. I can turn my back to the crowd. I don't have to constantly talk to them.
Oh, my God. And then, you're telling your jokes. I was terrified. And everybody, but I did good. They laughed. I don't know if they just laughed because they felt sorry for me, but...
Where'd you get the jokes from?
I just
Where'd you just start talking?
I just made them up. I wrote my own shit. My whole routine was based on all I know is dirty jokes, and I can't tell dirty jokes. There's no way I could tell dirty jokes. I think I opened my skit with talking about, I said I'm too dirty for this, and I said, so the other day I was sitting at home, I was taking a shit. And I started there. I said, how come is it when guys are taking a shit, they try to control their ass muscles so they don't cut the shit off? Because they want to try to have the longest piece of shit possible come out of their ass, and all the guys start laughing because they know that we do this dumb shit. And then when we finally cut it off, we look back at it. But who else are we going to tell her? What is this for? You're not going to call your wife, come look at this big long log. Yeah. It's some subliminal mental game we play with our ass muscles. And every guy in there was laughing. Yeah, it was funny. And they started to go. Then I just went into, I can't tell these jokes, the jokes I would tell. Like, I could never tell a joke and then I would just go into the worst possible joke. Then I said, I got clean jokes. You want my clean jokes? Some days I just sit on the floor and I pull my knees into my chest, right? And then I put my hands around my knees and I lean forward. That's how I roll. Hey, yo, this is Ice-T and Mick Benzo, Final Level Podcast number 7. It's time for music, and we have a special guest.
Oh, we got a guest in the building, man. He actually works with me and Ice-T. He go by the name of Zieme. He's the nephew of the Force MDs.
And we've been working with Zieme for a couple of years now, solid. I mean, he started out in a singing group. What was the name of the group?
5L.
And now he's gone solo. People, you've seen him on Ice Loves Coco. People on my Twitter feed, I've been promoting him, but he's been sitting in the room waiting to get his chance to come on here and let you know why he should be the next star. He's a bad man.
Before we get Zieme on Ice, right? You know what the problem is with music, man? People think, oh, you know what? Zieme worked with Ice-T. Ice-T could sign him. Is that...
Well, I'm not a record label. I'm not a record label. I can help you make your record. I can produce the record. But record labels are totally a whole nother machine. They get the records out there. They collect the money and all that stuff. And I don't really do that. Now, Zieme has been with us for quite a while. I mean, let him speak for himself. I mean, what's the struggle, Zah?
The struggle is basically just getting yourself in that door, man. I mean, it really don't matter who you got on there. It's about that payola sometimes, man.
All right, give out all your information, your social network.
Well, you can follow me at The Real Zieme on Twitter and Instagram. My YouTube channel is Zieme Music. That's Zieme. And yeah, look for some more stuff with me and Final Level and pay up.
We've been trying, and we've been chugging away at this, and it's not that easy. Now, you know, Zah, we got a lot of listeners. They write, oh, Cole, well, I see. They feel like if they make it to me, they put on.
Yeah.
They're put on to an extent. You know, a lot of new doors have opened for you since you've been involved with me, but still,
gotta get that groundwork.
You got to get that groundwork, and you got to get on the radio, and it's difficult.
Yeah.
You have a new album you're working on?
New album, Obsession, yes.
Obsession.
That's one of my favorite records you did.
Shit,
Thank you.
Hey, look, we're on the Final Level podcast. You know, we got a lot of listeners, like Ice just was saying. You know what? Maybe if they heard Zieme do some singing.
Do some acapella.
Let me
just
see
right
something,
now.
man.
We
ain't got no music.
This is how you know if somebody's really a star.
Let me see if you can do a sang, baby.
I got a single I'm about to drop actually next week. It's called Exotic. It go a little something. Tell me where to go. What was in them trees? Girl, I'm in the clouds. If you're trying to come with me, I will get you so high tonight, baby. Ain't no protection, we just go out of space and we make love on the moon. Oh, baby, I can take you higher, yes, yes I can, baby. Final Level Podcast is where you'll find this thing, baby. So tune in, baby.
Oh shit!
Hey, hold on.
You know nigga can sing when he got me, Shane, and Mick looking at him, staring at this nigga.
This I can put on my BlackBerry Soul, cause that's that soul music right there. I don't think that's for no Hot 97.
Do that R. Kelly you be doing.
Let me see. Let me hear a little R in the building.
What he said? Do you mind if I give you some of mine to play? Yeah. Do you mind, baby? Do you mind?
Okay, that was R. Kelly. Hold on, wait a minute.
My mind's telling me no.
Do that.
My mind's telling me no.
My mind's telling me no. But my body telling me yes.
Okay, cut. He's killing it. Okay, now this is my favorite one. Everybody get quiet. Hit that Maxwell for me.
This woman's word. Oh, it's hard on a man. Now it's what is over. Now it starts to cry of the father. I know you got a little life in you, yeah. I know you got a lot of strength left. I know you got a little life in you, yeah. I know you got a lot of strength left. I should be crying, but I just can't let it show, babe.
Okay, stop, man.
This is right here on the Final Level.
When you start hitting them butter sauce on
shit,
it,
see? Now this is the Final Level.
Man.
This is the Final Level podcast. This is how it goes down. Y'all heard Todd Barry. You heard my man Jon Daly. You heard Zieme the Dream, and you heard Lil Daddy Shane along with Ice-T and Mick Benzo. This is the only podcast you're gonna get some real fucking flavor on.
Hey, but goddamn it, Zieme. Now you can hit the butter softs, you hit the R. Kellys, you hit all that. It's no doubt you can really sing.
Right.
Thank you.
And it's really difficult still to get that hit record
to get everything put together. You got connections. It's a struggle. It's a struggle, but you still got the faith, right?
Yes, sir. You know what it is? They want me to. I heard it a lot though. They want me to dumb down the music, and basically just follow what's going on today with the simple hooks. You know, the catchy little 1-2 nursery rhyme type stuff, and
right.
You know, I refuse to just bow down to certain things. You know, you got to keep it 100. You know.
You know what it is? Sometimes when you swim upstream, it's more difficult, but when you finally break, you'll be by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of, like we say Maxwell, or we said this and that. I don't think when you got the real raw talent, you got to dumb it down. You just got to just stay in the game and have that confidence. It's so easy just to do what everybody else is doing. It's so easy, you know. Now, is there anybody out there you listening to that's new that you like?
I really like that new girl, Janae Aiko. The worst.
I know that record. I can't sing.
I don't need you.
I don't need you. I don't
Yeah,
need
that
her. We
joint
need her.
right
No,
there.
no, no. We need her. We need
And
her.
the video, she looked like she done killed her man, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Let me tell you about this song. Me and Coco were rolling around in Miami. It's funny you should say that song, because me and Coco were rolling around in Miami and we heard that record. And right then I said, that's a hit record. What's her name?
I think her name is Janae Aiko.
What do you like about the record? I saw the video. It's dope.
I think it's you know, she's really singing. You know, she's very sexy, so she puts the sexiness onto the beat, and it's the way she just riding it. She put a little rap on it, you know, and it's just real dope.
And
how
she
she
hit
did
a little
it.
Jay-Z at the beginning.
Yeah, she killed
of
a
it,
little. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling that. You know, I don't really see nobody really doing. Nicki got it on lock right now, so it's good to see a real singer. You know, come out and just really show them what it is.
Yeah. When we saw the video, we didn't know what to expect, but it's
Yeah.
not who you expect singing it. You know, we ain't gonna say, but go check that out. The song is actually called "The Worst." Right?
The worst.
Yeah.
The worst. Yeah.
The Worst.
So
I like
Vivo.
that too.
So
I like
Vivo.
it. And the video seemed like I directed the video. That was dope.
Yeah.
But Zieme is in the building. I mean, you got a new album coming out. You gonna use your little independent thing?
Okay, yes, sir. It's independent. We're gonna drop it on iTunes. Right now we're working on something with the pay up in the final level.
Yeah, I got a project I want him to do. I mean, actually, I could put it out there, but I won't, because y'all niggas steal shit quicker than I used to steal shit, you know. But at least I was stealing jewels, not other people's ideas. But the thing of it is that we got a plan for him to do something, let's just say classic. Something classic.
Really? You just heard music with no music. Acapulco, better known as acapella, that was Zieme, and that is the real Zieme.
All right, yo, this is Ice-T, and this segment is called Philosophy. One of the main things I believe in is not delaying happiness, Mickey. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
I think that, you know, in life, we tend to postpone happiness. We say, you know, I'll be happy next week, or I'll be happy in the summer when the summer gets here. But what you don't realize is that you're using your life. I mean, time is precious, and you're just really running through your life. And I just think that you cannot postpone happiness. You got to take every day. It might not be the best weather. It might not be the best of what you want, but it's still a day of your life. And one of my mottos is, today is the oldest you've ever been, but the youngest you'll ever be. Let that sink in, you know? And it's the oldest you ever been, but it is the youngest you're ever going to be.
Today.
So you better take advantage of this day. You can't keep putting off happiness. It's right now or never.
That's hard though. No, that philosophy there was tight as a dick's headband.
Oh shit, tight
Tight
as
as a what?
dick's headband.
That was tight.
We used to say tight as a duck's ass, and you know a duck's ass is waterproof, or that fucking duck would sink. And that's philosophy. No matter how hard you try, you can't delay happiness. You need to be the best you can be every day and learn as much as you can. Maybe you could even start by listening to a book, an audiobook. That's why I'm a member of Audible.com.
Audible is the world's leading provider for audiobooks with over 150,000 titles, and they even got some of the best comedy specials ever made, including Todd Barry's Falling of the Bone, From Heaven and the Medium Energy. Don't forget, if you order an audiobook from Audible and decide early on that it sucks, you can call them up and they'll even let you swap it out for another book free of charge. So quit watching garbage like Naked and Afraid and get yourself an audiobook. I might even suggest getting started with some Ernest Hemingway. The Old Man in the Sea is gangster. You can even listen to your favorite titles on any device, your computer, tablet, Android, or iPhone, as well as switch between them without losing your place thanks to Audible's WhisperSync technology. For a free audiobook and a 30-day trial, go to audible.com/Ice-T. That's audible.com/ICET. You'll be saving money and helping to keep the podcast free. Thanks again to Audible. Hey, what's up? This is Ice-T, Final Level. What's happening?
Hello?
Who's this?
Andrea,
Hey, Andrea, where you calling from?
New York.
Okay, well, you talking on the podcast. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I just wanted to say thank you for following me yesterday, and I'm a Geek fan, and I love SVU.
You know, anything you want to talk about other than you like SVU?
And bullying.
Oh, bullies. Okay, yeah. All right. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I couldn't hear you. Yeah, no, we talked about that earlier on the podcast. It's funny you should mention that. Why, you got somebody bullying you?
Yeah.
Yeah? How do they bully you?
Saying fat and ugly and saying and stuff.
Do you know who they are?
Somewhere online.
Well, you know, honey, anybody that talks mess to you online is basically a coward, you know? So we don't even consider those people, you know? When they come in and they just look at your picture and they got to say something, don't worry about them. Those are just suckers, you know? You're friends with Ice-T. They ain't that cool, right?
They've been saying it for so long, and I cut my wrist, and I was depressed.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, it only happens when you go on the internet?
Yeah, well, it happened to me all my life. I've always been bullied.
Yeah, well, that's crazy. They need to get their ass kicked. You ain't got no big brother?
I do.
Yeah, you supposed to send your big brother in on these clowns. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to just mess with his sister. But it's terrible. I mean, I don't understand what the bullying. I mean, when I grew up, yeah, we had bullies, but I'm a boy. It's different when you're a girl and you got to grow up with it. So don't let it get to you, boo, okay? And they're gonna get theirs one day. Trust me. They're gonna bully the wrong person.
I was in domestic violence relationship. I was raped twice.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you've had a difficult life, honey. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's only so much I can do. I don't know what to say. You got me lost for words.
Yep.
All right? So take care.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Now, see, when somebody calls in with serious issues like that, there's only so much that we can do. Mm-hmm. You know, the worst thing you could do is act like you're qualified to deal with somebody that's got really serious problems, you know, that are beyond the scope of this podcast, you know. So early when you start talking, you're like, oh, they're bullies. You know, you try to lighten the topic. But that young lady was really dealing with serious issues. Real issues. And it's kind of crazy that as heavy as she thinks she's going through, she's calling somebody like us for help.
Well, maybe she needs a little counseling. She needs to go to some counseling.
Yeah, and you know, I kind of just had to open my mouth and step back from that call. That was a little bit heavy. Yeah. You know, but hopefully, you know, she'll get the right guidance and the right help. That looked like it was heavier than bullying.
Yeah, that was more. That was things of, I'll say rape. She said twice. You know,
serious.
Basically, she needs some counseling.
Yeah,
you know? We can ask you to get yourself some counseling, sis. It'll work itself out. And far as like Ice was saying, if you're being into domestic violence, that's your choice. You can walk away from that.
Yeah, you got to. Okay, next caller. Hey, what's up? This is Ice-T, Final Level.
Hey, what's going on, man? This is Nick from Queens, New York. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, Nick? We getting heavy phone calls, man. What you talking about?
Yo, man, yeah, it was really good the way you handled that. I just want to say that to you. And shout out to Mick Benzo, too. I hear you over there, man. What's going on? What's popping?
Appreciate it, baby.
Y'all did that male awareness thing every week that I listen to on the podcast. I want to thank y'all for that, because I actually went to the doctor and got checked out for something that I thought might have been serious, and it ended up being nothing. But if I hadn't listened to you guys talking about, you need to stop, grow up, and go get yourself checked out, then, I probably still be sitting here thinking that something's wrong. So the fact that you guys actually looking out for the rest of us brothers, that's real cool, and I respect y'all for that. So I want to put that out there.
This is Mick Benzo's idea. He came up with the Male Awareness Foundation. I mean, the thing about it is with men, we're macho, and your girl will go to the damn doctor 5 to 6 times a year. They don't have a problem with it. They one-on-one with the gynecologist. They know exactly what's going on. Whereas a guy, we don't go to the doctor till we on our back. Thank you, homie. Thank you. Hey, this Ice-T, Mick Benzo. We got Zieme in the building. What's good?
Hey, this is Pipper in Dallas.
Oh, man. Wait a minute. I know Pipper already. Pipper she calls herself the Final Level Stalker.
Yes. I am the #1 Final Level Stalker. And I gotta tell you, my stuff is not that heavy today because I wrote a little rap about you. But first, I gotta say, what's up to Zieme? You are awesome. You have a smooth sound. Love you.
Thank
What's up,
you, baby.
Benzo?
What's up, girl?
Hey. So, yeah, I am the #1 Twitter stalker for Ice-T. So now I get to win $200 from my friend for shouting that out. Thanks, Ice. So,
Pipper,
I wrote a little rap about you.
You got to rap? Let's hear this rap. I want to hear you rap, Pip.
It was the summer of 1991. I was on the streets having fun when I heard a beat that stopped me in my tracks. It was Ice-T rapping all the facts. When I heard 6 in the morning, I understood, because that shit was happening in my hood. The iceberg was sending out a brand new sound. The original gangster turned the world upside down. Just an open out his off. Hey, this music ain't for the soft. Then came all the debaters. Can I mention the stupid ass haters? That ice motherfucking key continued to soar. Despite the warning labels from the parental advisory board. Years later, ain't a damn thing changed. So follow the ice advice and stay in your lane. Everyone should listen up. Life wouldn't be so crappy. Just shut the hell up and be happy. Thanks, too.
Hey!
Be careful.
You're not done? Okay, keep going.
My nothing about ain't bad. I'm living by the tower. Sounds like a scary place to take a shower. Things look like a... Oh, wait, this looks like a good space to give a shout-out to my #1 band, Body Count. Anyway, my soul's on ice forever, because Ice-T is my straight-up nigga.
Come on, we got to give it up. That took a little thought.
That was dope.
Yes,
That's better than 90%.
Tomorrow, and, write some lyrics for you and be on the golden road. How does that sound?
That was 90% better than 90% of the rappers right out today. With content.
Yeah.
For how? Who? I mean, you're a white lady in Texas, right?
Yeah, a middle-aged white lady in Texas. So I would say for my first try, that's not bad.
What do you think, Zieme?
I think that was dope.
That was dope.
I think Pharrell will be calling her after listening to this podcast. Pharrell
She might get a record deal before you, Zieme.
real,
Look at the
Pharrell
problem.
might call you.
Hey, Pip, thank you very much.
That was fun.
I'm going to keep my day job for a little while. I have to work on it a little bit. I get it. And my Ice-T fan forever since, God, I don't know, 1989. And Zieme, I'll be waiting on some new tunes.
Thank
and
you,
Benzo, it was nice talking to you.
All right,
Hey,
thanks, sis. for
Thank
calling.
Pip.
Y'all take it easy.
Church.
Bye.
Hey, this is the Final Level Podcast. Mick Benzo, Zieme, Lil Daddy Shane's in the house. What's good?
Hey, what's good, you guys? How you doing? This is John from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. I'm a big fan of y'all and love the podcast and listen to y'all for a while now. You guys just keep it real and tell it how it is, and I like that. Always want to listen to you guys.
Thank you, man. When they gave us a chance to do the podcast and I said I could sit in my house and talk shit, you got a deal.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So you got any questions?
Question for you, Ice.
Go.
I'm a big fan of you on the Gears of War game. You and Aaron Griffin. And I was just wondering what it was like to be part of such a big game and all that.
It was really cool, man. I'm a big gamer. I've been on a few games. I started out
on a UFC game. I was in Scarface. I was in the Fight for New York, Def Jam. But, you know, Gears of War was the biggest franchise. Well, no, not really, because I was actually the final character in Grand Theft Auto Los Santos. So, you know, now to be in Gears of War, Cliffy B, who was one of the main cats over there at Gears of War, happened to be an Ice-T fan. And this is how it all works out. And the next thing you know, I get a call to do the voice. And also we got a body count record that plays in the game at the end. It was a great experience, you know. I didn't die. Maybe Griffin can't come back one day. You know, I got away from Marcus Phoenix. I flipped him off. I gave him the finger, told him to get fucked, and rode off into the sunset. People don't do that in Gears of War, you know? But it was great.
Yeah.
I think the most fun you'll have is playing me in multiplayer because you get all my ad-libs where I'm talking crazy shit. But I love the gaming community. I love video gaming, and just being part of a game is a great experience. Have you ever?
Thank you very much for taking my call, and you guys just keep doing what you're doing for sure.
Hey, yo, and tell a friend about the podcast. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably be on this Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, peace. Hey, yo, this is Ice-T, Zieme, and Mick Benzo. You on the podcast. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Ice, man? My name is Darius. I'm calling from Santa Barbara.
Okay, that's what's up. California.
Yeah, it's pretty nice out here. Here's the deal, man. I'm a big fan of your catalog. And I actually think, as a lyricist, you're kind of underrated. And my question to you is, when I look at these two songs, I want to know which one you thought was the more powerful song as far as the lyrics and the message. I'm looking at New Jack Hustler, and I'm looking at the song Colors.
Well, you know what? I closed my show with Colors, Original Gangster, and New Jack Hustler. So those three songs I know are some of my more powerful. I just think Colors, because it was dealing with something that's real. You know, you're dealing with the real LA gangs. And I kind of laid out what gangbanging was to the world, like the psychology of the gang member in that song. And that was for the first time for a lot of people. They didn't know about gangs. So I think Colors had a huge impact. New Jack Hustler is co-titled Nino's theme, and it was written from the perspective of a drug dealer. I couldn't write it from the perspective of my character in the movie, so I wrote it from Wesley's perspective, Nino Brown. It's more lyrical. It's more, you know, the style is more intense, and there's a lot more words, and it's got, you know, I mean, like I say, in my rhymes, I never really tried to fascinate you with verbal dexterity. It was always about the weight of the lyric, you know. I think probably one of my heaviest rhyme lyrics that people always quote is, I'm the illest, I die harder than Bruce Willis, you know, because that's a double entendre, you know, because he was in Die Hard, you know, and it was an interest. And when I say that in the show, people go, whoa, you know, you got that in. If I didn't say it, some other rapper was going to catch that one, but I got it in first. But those are two of my favorite records. So you picked two of the real good ones. Good question,
though.
For
my personal, as a fan, Mind Over Matter is the song that I listened to when I was young. And I'm 36, so I still listen to it now. I think that is just one of my personal top 100 songs.
It's been a long time.
Front to back, man. I'll put my mind is so deep. I'll write a check next week. I mean, that's what it's about, man. That song is.
It's been a long time since I hit you with freestyle high-tech collection from the vaults of the Ice Files. Sit back, relax, and watch as I melt wax. Don't ever let a brother like me ride a dope track. Because once I hit it with the vocal tone, it's on. It's mine. Have motherfuckers rushing to rewind. Because I'll flow slow and still twist your tongues up. Rock the house from night to the sun's up. Because it really ain't how much you say, it's what you say. I got no fucking time on the mic to play. I write rhymes with addition and algebra, mental geometry. Don't even come at me. Yeah, that was some other shit. You know, that was back in the day. That was that's a 20-year-old rhyme. Don't even come at me talking that we could pop in that bullshit. I mean, you brought that one back.
Game. But like I said, sometimes people be sleeping on the songs and the content. But that's all I want to say, man. Keep the podcast going. I listen. Every time you guys drop a new one, I listen, man, and just keep the realness, man.
Yeah, it's mind over matter here, baby. You brought that one back. I ain't said that rhyme in years. I just pulled that out of my ass. That was good. Thank you, man. Peace.
That's what's up, man.
I write rhymes with addition and algebra, mental geometry. Don't even come at me, talking that weak and popping that bullshit. Get out my face. A fool could get his head split. A lot of doubters said it couldn't be done by me. Them some suckers are now looking from under me, wondering what I did. I didn't play myself, kid. I respected my fans and made the high bid. Sometimes I write my rhymes at night and fall asleep. Wake up with new techniques. Grab a pen and put it on some loose leaf. Nothing soft, always the tough meat. The white papers and blue lines incite my mind, not allowing me to stop the rhyme until the whole motherfucking book's complete. Then I write on the back of the sheets. Woo! That's that old shit. Man, it's funny, like in hip hop, you can, I ain't said that rhyme in years, but if you trigger it, it just comes out of some weird part of your memory. Who's on the line, man? This is Ice-T. What's happening? You on the podcast?
Hey, what's up? This is Jim. It's Jim from Brooklyn, man. What's up, dude?
Brooklyn's in the house. What's up? What's happening, Jim?
Know it, man.
You hear me reminisce?
Yeah, listen, you just spit Mind Over Matter, which I've listened to I'm 32 years old.
Right.
I've been listening to that for the last 15 years. Like, that was my shit, dude.
That's the lyric in that rhyme. I say my brain's a hand grenade. Cat.
See, you're still one of the slickest spitters, dude. And you remember me, I called up the first podcast.
Okay, did you?
I called up. I had, I'm a comedian. I threw a couple jokes out.
Oh, yeah, we remember you. Well, give us a joke and then give us one more joke and let us go. Give us a joke and let us go.
I'm a black dude. I grew up in upstate New York. I had a lot of white friends growing up, right? Shit on a white friend. And a lot of them would do a lot of research about black people through me because I'm their only black friend. So they want to know all black people shit. So basically, I'm like Wikipedia to them. You know what I mean? Like, they do all the research to me. But like Wikipedia just makes shit up. I'll make shit up about black people to them all the time. But what I'm afraid of is that how many of my white friends have caught ass kickings as a result of their research through me. Because I'm pretty sure at some point they're going to go, look, Jim, there was no such thing as White Appreciation Day in Harlem.
Hey, you know what? You already won. Nicopedia is dope. Nicopedia is a dope word. So you need to trademark that, and you need to put up a site called Nicopedia, and just have.
You think Nigapedia's got some legs, right?
Nicopedia got legs. You should just do the black version of every fucking thing.
There's no White Appreciation Day in Harlem.
Make sure you get the credit where it's due. Jim Search, do it out there.
All right, Jim.
Nicopedia.
Thank you, baby. I'm going to thank Jim. Jim, we still in that. Nicopedia. Hey, so that's it. Final Level Podcast number 7. Good callers, good guests. Todd Barry's in the building.
Yeah, my man Jon Daly called in too.
Jon Daly called in. Lil Daddy Shane's over here doing his documentary.
And Zieme popped in the building, man.
That's
you know
right,
what, though?
that's right.
What I want to do before we get up out of here, right? See, since y'all listen to the Final Level Podcast, this is number 7, right? That's lucky number 7, like in Las Vegas, Nevada. Go to Ice-T, FinalLevel.com. We got some shirts up there that you might want to be involved in.
In the store. Go to the store.
Yeah, go to the store and purchase. And we got some body count stuff up there.
Powered by Hate.
Podcast things up there. We got some male awareness. Listen, matter of fact, we got some shirts up there. Why don't you just go to Ice-T, FinalLevel.com and buy one? You know what? And guess what, fellas? Fellas, there's one definitely for you.
Yeah, the one
not
that
your
says,
bitch.
Not your concern.
Not your concern.
You know, which basically means mind your business, man. Don't tell me about my motherfucking bitch. Worry about your motherfucking bitch.
And this is Mick Benzo and Ice-T, Final Level Podcast. Hey, yo, Jon Daly, I'll see you later. Yo, my man Todd Barry, gotta see you. Be good. My man Lil Daddy Shane, he's leaving the building. And Zieme the Dream has just walked out the building, Iceberg.
Obsession.
And I'm out of here, but I live here, so I'm staying here. Peace.
That's how I'm living. 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 That's how I'm living.